This is the Secretlab Atlas, a new slim and stylish task-focused chair from the makers of the Titan Evo, which has for many years been one of the best gaming chairs around. Unlike that chair and so many other gaming chairs though, this one doesn't have a big bulky car seat inspired design and isn't packed full of customizable features. Instead, it's laser focused on remaining comfortable while spending all day sat at a desk, and looking good while doing so. And at both of these things, it excels. Like most gaming chairs, the Atlas arrives needing assembly, but thankfully it's an easy process. I've done a full unboxing and assembly video that I'll link in the description, but essentially it took me less than 20 minutes while trying to film the process. Once assembled, the first thing that stands out is the styling. It's just a great looking chair. It's far less bulky than most gaming chairs, with a slimmer back profile and seat cushion, and it's devoid of the overly complicated dust collecting mechanisms you see on the back of many office chairs. This appropriately named Dune colour option really helps as well. It's just so warming yet classy. To get this fully colour matched look, you will have to opt for the more expensive version, with the standard version just coming with black hardware. But if you can afford it, it's definitely an upgrade I'd recommend. You can get the chair in faux leather or fabric, with this chair having the fabric finish. It looks and feels fantastic and is reasonably breathable, making it comfortable to use in hotter weather, though it's not as breathable as a mesh chair. On which Secretlab is adamant that mesh chairs don't actually offer as good support and long-term comfort as foam chairs. And having tested many chairs in my life, they're not wrong. However, fabric is inherently not really wiped clean, and this light colour is going to show the dirt. In fact, after only a week of use, there's already a small brown smudge on this headrest. High build quality is another factor that's immediately obvious upon building this chair. Everything feels solid, premium and well engineered, with no rough edges, no cheap feeling components, and all of the adjustment mechanisms feel really sturdy. When it comes to adjustability though, the Atlas is surprisingly simple. You get seat height adjustment, seat depth adjustment, 4 locking recline positions, adjustable armrests and a magnetic headrest cushion, but that's it. So there's no adjustable lumbar support, no movable back pieces, no fold out headrest, and the armrests only offer height, 2 angles of rotation and depth adjustment. Instead, Secretlab's philosophy with this chair is that its core design is so good that you simply don't need to adjust it much. It will just work. They're largely right too. Sit on this chair and rather than feeling like you're being asked to perform a complex balancing act, or that you're sat on a misshapen car bucket seat, it just feels right. The gentle curve of the seat back provides just enough lumbar support, and the simple flat seat supports you right the way through your backside and legs. Helping immensely with this is that the seat depth can be adjusted, ensuring the underside of your legs are properly supported. Plus the front edge of the seat doesn't dig into your legs like on so many bad gaming chairs. Also crucial is that this chair is offered in 2 sizes, so its non-adjustable parts can suit a wide range of sitters. Tilt the chair back and the seat also tilts at half the angle of the back, providing a really natural feeling way to just sit back and relax for a moment. The knob on the right side also lets you set the tension so that it's balanced with your weight, ensuring the back tips easily but without sending you falling backwards. This tilt mechanism is one area that's quite limited compared to the Titan Evo and other gaming chairs though. It only tips to 120 degrees, which is a long way off flat. This means it's not really suited to having a full nap. Also offering a minimum of adjustment are the armrests. However, because they're slim and the uprights sit far back, they actually work really well. They fit up over my desk at a comfortable height, and they allow the chair to tuck in close to your desk. So many other gaming chairs fail this basic test. Otherwise, the padding is just soft enough, and there's enough depth adjustment for most users. My only slight complaint is the lack of width adjustment. On this large version of the chair, they're right on the limit of where I'd naturally comfortably rest my arms. The same magnetic headrest cushion system as on the Titan Evo returns for this chair, and it works as well as before. However, the cushion is almost too thick. I find myself sometimes removing it so that I can tilt my head further back. It being an inch slimmer, or the top angle of the backs of the seat being more shallow would actually fix this. All told though, this is a chair that has really impressed me. It's stylish, comfortable, easy to use and well made. It would have been nice for it to be compatible with Titan Evo's accessories, but it wouldn't have been possible with such a sleek design. So how much will this excellence set you back? Well, it's not cheap. Starting at $4.99 for the standard version, it rises to $6.99 for the premium version I've reviewed here, which has the colour matched hardware and a thin layer of memory foam on the padding. It's absolutely worth it in terms of build quality and comfort, but it's undeniably a pricey option.